Today we're going to be making cauliflower mash, which is a great side dish for any meal. This recipe is not my own, it's my father's, who is a chef, Chef Raymond's cauliflower mash. So we're going to begin by taking the leaves off the cauliflower. Right now all we're doing is really prepping our cauliflower to steam. But now that I've taken off all the leaves, we can see the stems well enough to start cutting it. There, we've cut it. And what we're going to do after this is score the cauliflower all around. It will help it steam more easily if it's in smaller pieces. Once the cauliflower is apart a little bit, we can start putting it into our steamer. It's going to fit better this way and it will steam faster. I've already put my water in my steamer and I set my heat and I'm placing my cauliflower above it, and this should be done steaming in about 15 to 20 minutes. Well, my cauliflower's all steamed. It's been about 20 minutes. I'm going to turn off the stove. You see it there? Kind of shake off the excess water from the bottom. And I'm going to be transferring it over to the strainer, which is already in the sink. Alright, here I'm going to let it drain as much as possible. Kind of get some water out of there. Then I'm going to put it in this bowl so that it can drain more if necessary. And then put it in the refrigerator. Good morning. I'm going to take my cauliflower out of the refrigerator now. It's had a chance to sit in here overnight and sort of chill and dry out. And now we can begin the mashing process. Okay, I'm going to preheat my oven on bake for 350, which is where it already was, so that works out. Okay, we're going to add 1/4 cup of olive oil to my pan. You want to use a pan that is small for this because you want the garlic to be covered as much as possible, so a small sauté pan or saucepan is what will work best. Now I have my 4 cloves of garlic, which I've peeled. I'm going to add that to my pan, turn the heat on. Now I'm going to make sure that it's covered and submerged as much as possible. And I'm going to cook those until they're browned and cooked through. Alright, you can see that the garlic is starting to brown. This happened pretty quick, actually. This happened in about 3 to 5 minutes. So, we have our garlic. We have our chilled cauliflower. We're adding it to the Cuisinart. And with our chilled cauliflower, we are also going to add our garlic and oil, which is still simmering on the stove. Here we go. And we're going to puree this all together. Alright, our cauliflower is looking pretty smooth in there, so now we're going to add our seasonings. We're going to add 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. We're going to add, this is white pepper, which is, it's a little bit difficult to find, but not really. I got mine in the bulk section at Whole Foods because I don't use it very often, so I didn't want to buy a whole thing of it. Just a little bit of white pepper and a little bit of salt. Now we're going to be checking in with the flavor of it as we go along to see if we want to add any more. Now I'm going to taste it to see how we did. It's nice and garlicky. I think there's enough pepper in it, and I'm going to add just a little bit more salt. Here's my baking dish. I'm going to put some olive oil in it to oil the dish. I find a good way to oil a dish is with the oil and a little bit of paper towel. Get all the edges. Now I'm going to add my cauliflower to my oiled baking dish. I'm smoothing out the cauliflower mash so it bakes evenly throughout. And we'll put it in the oven in a minute. Alright, my oven's preheated, and now I'm going to put my cauliflower mash in to bake. We're going to bake it for about 20 minutes in here. Alright, my cauliflower has been in the oven for about 20 minutes, and we're going to take it out now. It should be hot throughout by now, and it is slightly browned. Actually, it looks pretty good. The consistency is about perfect. It looks really hot. I'm going to taste a little bit of it. That is delicious. My dad came up with a great recipe that's pretty easy to make, delicious, nutritious, and makes a great side dish to any meal.